Welcome back. Shares of Deere under pressure. The farm equipment maker expects annual profit to come in below estimates because of tariff impacts and weaker margins from its large tractors. The quarter, Carl, was actually pretty good and saw growth across all of the different sectors, including construction, which was really strong, up 27%. But maybe they're being conservative because just the farm economy has been so volatile. But the guidance was a disappointment here and a bit of a head scratcher if you look at some of the notes like D.A. Davidson.
Yeah, they are historically. They do guide pretty conservative. What's interesting, too, is the Ag Secretary, Rollins, says that farm relief, which has sort of been in the hopper for a few weeks now, likely to start coming in January. So people are starting to look back to 2018, where we had about $12 billion in relief for farmers, and whether or not that's going to act as a salve for the farm economy right now, because it is tough. Bankruptcies, Iowa bankruptcies for farmers are definitely ticking higher year on year.
Right, and President Trump is telling Xi to speed up the agriculture product purchases, and that, he says that there's agreement to do that. There's also some relief coming from, the rollbacks on some of the agricultural tariffs that happened this month, right, as maybe that would be some relief as well. I mean, Deere did talk about the bottom of a long ag cycle, but they're still expecting a sales decline of 5 to 10% in full year 2026. They say better than the last few years. 25 was down 17%, 24 was down 22%, but that should make it easier to have comps because those last few years were a little bit worse. So question on, why they're still feeling negative or at least conservative.
Where are we on the soybeans these days, Carl? 300 million maybe was finally purchased?
Is that what she was on yesterday, right?
I think that may be the latest, yeah.
Yeah, we're looking. China arguably has slow-walked their promise coming out of those talks.
They have, yeah. And no NVIDIA chips, potentially, as you pointed out earlier, at least according to some reporting. ByteDance in particular being told, nope. And interesting.
But they're getting visits,
Yeah.
President's going to go visit China next year.
And then later in the year, right? Yeah.
That's good. There's more open communication. There's more dialogue. I mean, we didn't see that quite as close between the leaders in the Biden administration, although you did see it with the Treasury Secretary and the Secretary of State.
Yeah, you were over there with Yellen, weren't you?
Yes, she was very proud at the progress that she made opening the channels, at least of financial communication, and telling them things like, switch your model. You need to get more consumer spending. You need to get less savings. You need to not just prop up your industrial and export economy. They haven't really done that, but it is something that you see consistency in from the Trump administration. It's something that Treasury Secretary Bessent talks a lot about as well, trying to get them to switch their model. And it's part
Meanwhile,
of what this trade deal is
their exports are up,
about.
not down, even though they're exporting less to the U.S. And the Journal had a great story yesterday about the use of robotics across so many industries in China, and so how far ahead they are conceivably in terms of employing them as they worry about their own demographic time bomb.
Right.